Okay, we are back again. Oh, okay, hold on. Stop. To clarify where we left off, we have learned pretty much the gist of these two. One, that Edward has a lot of red flags from the get-go. He gaslights Bella. He insists on avoiding her, but I don't know. I think the best part that sums up their relationship right now and in the future is that part where Bella finds out that Edward can read minds, but Edward says that he can't read hers, and she just immediately goes, "Is there something wrong with me?" And the fact that she immediately goes to, "Is there something wrong with her?" is so depressing. I should probably say this right now before I forget, but it's fine if you find this as entertainment. Again, I watched all the movies, read the books somehow. It's good for just plain entertainment, but this is not good material for an ideal in a relationship. And that's what makes me cringe, because I'm pretty sure it did become an ideal for some people out there when it first came out. I remember like in Gravity Falls, they made a joke, an entire episode on the premise of Mabel. Okay, I'm not going to spoil Gravity Falls. Take this as entertainment, take this as your popcorn entertainment, but do not make this as your ideal, because this is already spelling out a very, very, very toxic relationship. If someone like Edward, in the way he's behaved, stalking you, going to your bedroom in the middle of the night without your consent, probably, definitely, following you but hanging back so he doesn't bother you, following you just so to be safe, it's still without your consent. So no, listen, I know that he's going to play Batman, and in that context, sure, if it's Batman, it makes sense, but as a vampire, no. And also, I hate that they're self-aware like this, or the script wrote that they're supposed to be self-aware, so which is now excusing everything else that happens. So then my problem next is Bella. The way she's designed to be a victim, or it's like her main motivation is she's supposed to be like a victim, taking the blame for things that she has no control over, or trying to ignore unfair things happening to her. I mean, she's not ignoring it, but she's like letting it pass her because she's so used to being the grown up compared to her mom, and it feels so uncomfortable. I need coffee.
Edward was a vampire.
Sure.
That thirsted for my blood.
As he said.
And third.
I was unconditionally and irrevocably in love with him.
I'm so sorry, Kristen. This is a weird friend to. Okay, why does that spell bad red flag in an actual relationship? There's this big. I'm not a relationship expert, but it's just, for me, I think it's basic common sense that. Or not basic common sense, actually, because I'm not sure, because it's very hard to forget sometimes. But there's this big misconception that some people who see themselves as good or nice, well, okay, dang, I need to sort out my thoughts. Okay. I think it's rooted in this stereotype of nice person falls in love with the bad person, you know? It's okay. Just to clarify, it's not just nice girl falls in love for the bad boy, or the nice boy falls in love with the bad girl. It's all of it. It's nice person falls in love with the bad person. Sometimes, well, usually because, opposites attract. But the way it can be written is... It's a very delicate subject. There are ways that I'm aware that it's done right. I've never read it, but I think Pride and Prejudice is a good example, because it shows actual decent development between the bad person becoming a good person. It's like the bad person having a heart of gold is like the main motivation for the nice person to fall in love with them. It's like this big misconception that the nice person can bring out the good in the bad person because of them. And sometimes that's just... No, not sometimes. I need to stop saying sometimes. Most of the time, it's not real. It's not the real thing. A lot of people think that that's exciting, and I guess that's true. It's exciting to have someone that's your complete opposite. And it's natural to look for someone that is your opposite, because you naturally know what you lack, okay? People know the things that they lack, so they look for someone who can complete them. But the thing is, it is more healthy to find someone that doesn't necessarily complete you, but someone that complements you. Someone that what's the right word for it? Supplement. Supplement. That's someone that isn't in a complete end of the spectrum, but someone that somewhere that you're slightly complementary, if we're going with the color wheel analogy. Or at least if you're in the opposite side of the spectrum, you can find somehow find a way words to meet in the middle. This has become an impromptu relationship advice thing. Welcome to my TED Talk. In the case of Bella here, she believes that if anything, this just emphasizes how young she is. I honestly think one thing that kind of pisses me off now with Edward being a 108-year-old is that if he truly loved Bella, he would have waited until she became a mature, consenting adult before they just made all of their choices. If he was the responsible adult that he claims himself to be, you can excuse the whole "I've been 17 years old for a while." No, he is the adult in the situation. Okay? We've made past the point of we can't go back anymore. So now this is just I completely blame Edward because if they really wanted this relationship to work, he should have waited, convinced Bella that this isn't the right thing. And as for Bella, man, this behavior is just something I've seen in a lot of toxic relationships where the nice person just believes that just because this person says they're bad. Edward literally confessed that he is a murderer. He's confessed that he's a murderer. He's killed people. And yet Bella just expects that he won't do the same thing to her because she's different. She can bring out the good outside of him. Which is just and you don't have a reason to be in love with him. I'm definitely showing my bias. I identify as demisexual. But why? It's so confusing. He has given you no reason to trust him. So far. Don't give that look. Please. For the love of God. Do you know what I would have allowed? I would have allowed that they just become friends at this juncture. I would have appreciated if Edward just wanted a friend in Bella at first. And then they slowly develop into a relationship because it's still what I found really really funny at the part where Edward is trying to convince Bella that he all those lines of as if you can outrun me, as if you can fight me. That's already major red flags. But then afterwards he goes and tries to he explains that he's not like other humans. So now you want her to feel less scared of you. What was it? You were trying to scare her off, and then now you're trying to. Ah man, I haven't had enough coffee for this yet. I'll continue watching the movie. That's a nice location. I'm not gonna lie. That's a pretty dang nice location. Although, also that. Okay, in the first half, up to now, he's been doing this consistent ordering streak. You have to tell me what you're thinking. Bitch, why? I'm gonna take you to my place tomorrow. Why? He's been doing a lot of ordering around Bella. It's not it looks endearing, but it's not. No. You could have asked for her permission. What if they don't like me? And you're not even trying to convince her she's wrong. Instead, you're just laughing at it. Okay, I know in Midnight Sun, you never even asked for you never even asked what she's doing at tomorrow or if she's down with it. Little Jesus Christ. And this is not me saying I like Jacob, by the way. Jacob has other problems, man. Bella just no, please. Save yourself. Become like Charlie. I mean, look at Bella's whole outfit. Whole outfit. Words. Look at her. Look at that entire lumberjack aesthetic. I would be living her life, man. I would love to live her life. Honestly, if I were in Bella's shoes right now, I would be pretty stoked to have a werewolf friend and a vampire friend. But getting sexual with them, romantic with them is not no bueno. But being friends with them, heck, being like a middleman, but like being the medium in both of them. Like if I were in her situation, I would be more motivated to find a way. Dude, what if? Okay, instead of falling in love with Edward, she does the research to know what Edward is, and then finds out that, Jacob is also a werewolf. What if it just becomes her mission to join the two clans together in actual peace, Instead of being her main motivation being gotta get vampire dick, heart, whichever. In fact, she could bring Charlie along. They could be like father-daughter duo, being the intermediaries between werewolves and vampires. That would have been sick. But this isn't that movie. I like her boots. God. I love Charlie. I don't know how they scouted for this place. I don't even know if this is a pre-existing place. But I will be honest, it's not bad. I like their house. I would love to live in a place like this, where it's just glass everywhere, looking out to a private land. You could have asked to take off her jacket, man. Okay, okay. This is kind of funny and endearing. Oh, I thought they were smelling the food, but they are smelling the food. Oh, no, that's fucking endearing. They don't use the kitchen. Oh, how you jerk. Okay, that's if there is anything that solidifies my stance on Edward, it's this. Remember the part where he says, I'm sorry, I'm always rude to you. I just think it's the best thing. Some people would think that as endearing because he's doing it to protect Bella, keep her at a distance. But at some point, when it becomes unmotivated or just completely lacking of empathy, it's not rude anymore for the sake of her safety. It's just rude because you're a douchebag. Okay, I'm glad we've gotten that lesson. Dude, okay, you know what? You're not a bad boy, you're just a jerk. Oh, oh, my love. Okay, Jasper has better hair. And, okay, not knowing where Jasper came from, not knowing the context, I would have been completely weirded out by him. But now, knowing that he was a soldier, I'm so glad that the actor playing Jasper just gave those subtle hints. That's what I admire about him. And then there's Alice. Okay, I don't remember much about her past, but I think she underwent through a lot of brain work. I forget if she actually went through an asylum at one point. I remember like watching this short of her being in an asylum. All the treatments she received just ultimately got rid of all of her memories. So she is definitely almost like Alice in Wonderland. She is completely unburdened of her past, is what I'm saying. That's why she's so carefree. It's very Alice in Wonderland-y. I love Jasper. I love Alice. Can we just stare at them for a little bit more? Look at them. Look at my loves. Look at. I don't know. I honestly don't know why. They're perfect for each other, I think. One is completely just stuck in his past, and the other isn't. This the bad person meets the nice person that you're striving to be. Because as far as I'm concerned, Jasper actively is a good person, unlike someone who actively still remains a jerk. And it's not that they complete each other. I think they're two opposite sides of the same coin, burdened by the lack of a past, burdened by too much of a past. They just complement each other. And you know what's better, or you know what would have been great if Bella had been somewhere in the middle. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of fan fictions out there. I am coming for you after this, so I can have some comfort in my life again. Oh. And that's also reassuring. I love it. I love how reassuring she is. She feels so much more safe. Both of them feel more safe than Edward. I could argue that Jasper is probably just as strong as Edward, or if not stronger, because I think his power was that he can read emotions or he can manipulate emotion, and that's pretty dang strong compared to I can read minds. Sure, you have an upper hand with reading minds, but being able to control emotions is pretty dang effective. Do you want to go on a tour of the rest of the house? It's not that hard to say. Literally, everyone in Edward's family is much better than Edward himself. Pretty cozy room, honestly. A lot of white. It's just uncomfortable, for me at least. But I like that it's surrounded by books. Actually, it also almost reminds me of my room because my bed is technically just a mattress that I fold. It's right here. I put it up against my door. It's yeah, it's a little like my room, except without the fancy TV. I don't understand the motivation to keep doing the lip bites all the time and the insane blinking. You could say things, you know. Consent isn't that hard to ask for. I hate that up until like the last movie where she becomes a vampire herself. Up until that point, it almost feels like Bella has no agency. And she only gets her own agency when she becomes a vampire. So that sends like a bad message to young kids, young teenagers that says and it's not that. It's not that when she becomes a vampire, she only gets agency when she becomes his wife. I don't know. Okay, I'm going on another rant again because of how he's acting towards Bella. But it's just, it makes me so uncomfortable that he doesn't say anything to ask for her consent. I know that she's like, she can understand what he's trying to do, but I'm just personally uncomfortable with it, you know? Fuck you! Fuck you! Hi, it's your friendly neighborhood CJ here. Just giving you a very, very quick reminder that if someone you know or if someone you hold dear, like a partner, a relationship partner, says something like this after you just said that you suck at doing this one thing, if they respond with, well, I could just make you, that is not a funny joke. That is a breach of action, a breach of agency. Do not take that lightly, please. I beg of you. I don't know why I'm whispering, but I'm saying this because, some of the abusive people out there take advantage of this. Okay? Please, for the love of God, please just no. Look out for these red flags as soon as you can. Good. And don't even get me started on, man, this is a bad boy. He's just joking. No. Some people can't separate a joke from not. So I am impressed that they did all of this practically. There's also this, but they say that the people who fall in love with bad boys that are not actually that have no irredeemable qualities say that they feel safe around them because they never treat them the same way they treat other people. It's like they feel like they're the one exception to the bad boys' badness, which is just so uncomfortable. Also, I don't know if he is actually playing it. I'm just sad because there was a lot of good qualities to this movie that's just been completely overshadowed by the story. Like this plotline of the B story. Actually, there could have been a great premise, unite the wolf clans and the vampire clan to figure out what to do with the rogue vampires. Are you dizzy? Are you dizzy yet? With all the changes in the background? Yeah. Yeah, I'm very, very sorry.
Sorry I'm late.
Is that Stephanie Meyer?
Come on, we gotta talk boys. Are you being safe?
Okay, that's kind of funny. Again, if a person does this, just appears in your room, do not just invite them in so casually. Please. Especially if they say that they've been doing it for the past couple of months.
I like watching you sleep.
And that. No. No, even if you're a vampire, that is no excuse. You did not get her consent. It's just he's always ordering her around. He's never asking for her consent. It's not that I don't appreciate the relationship now. It's like, and I don't even think it's the actor's fault. I think the director goes on to actually make a lot of really, really great movies. I don't know what's the problem, why it works like this. Because off screen, Robert and Kristen had a great like chemistry. I'm pretty sure they even dated at some point. They actually dated. It was a whole thing back then when I was in high school. The whole thing where during the filming of, I don't know if it was Eclipse or New Moon, where they actually legitimately got a real priest. So they kind of semi got actually married. So it became a whole thing that my classmates used to gush about. It either came to the writing or came to directing. The casting here is not bad. It's no, actually directing. I think it's directing. I'm still not sure. I don't want to blame anyone, but something tipped it sideways.
All right.
How old? Oh,
Bring him in.
Honey, could you be nice?
no, don't be. God, I wish Bella had more of that whole thing that Charlie has. You know, this I don't know why this came into my mind just now. This reminds me of, it's one of those times that I really wish that movies, I mean books turn to movies, where instead books turn to series, because the format is already there. The potential for the format is already there. Each chapter is an episode, I think. No. Okay. Each volume is one season. Each chapter is in one episode. And I think, even with no change in the story of Twilight, I personally think that if Twilight had the chance to really flesh itself out through a series, it could have worked. No more, especially if it had like the point of view from Edward, have Midnight Sun merge in with Twilight, you know? I honestly think it could have worked. Oh, the music is actually really good. Ooh, Carlisle, Alice, I forgot to fangirl over my favorites. And was that actually them? Was it not stunts? That was actually kind of cute. That was cute. Jasper! Jas! My babies! I wish we didn't wait for when was it? Breaking Dawn to show a lot more Jasper. Okay, and here we go. It wasn't back then in the classroom because her hair was down, it was floofing all the way. He could smell it. Okay. This reminded me of something because it also I love. Oh, okay. There are some great cinematography things that's going on because I love that it's just straight on for them, but it's a Dutch angle for them because their entire day has just been completely turned around. It could be just because Carlisle's actor is very tall and they needed the Dutch angle to get everyone's expressions, but I sincerely think that it does help situation where it's that there's tension building up. So I appreciate that. But that also brings to mind one specific moment. There was a specific moment here when they were going to here at the field trip. Yes, can you see it? Can you see it? This. Well, I don't see why this Dutch angle was there. It feels unmotivated. At this point they don't even know each other. They're practically avoiding each other. Well, he says he's trying to avoid her and she's fine with it at this point. She's more weirded out by him. So I'm so confused. Why did you have to put your hair down, Edward? Her hair down. That was counterintuitive. I do like this the camera direction that
Yeah, that's why I have to leave.
you're just going back and forth.
I have to go home.
I can
Okay.
change that. We can do more stuff together.
A good motivated Dutch angle from his point of view. I like that. Oh yeah, and I remembered this part though. I hate that it happened. I love Charlie. I hate that this was their way to like fend him off, to save him. It's a good idea, but I hate that it happened to Charlie of all people, the one who's been supporting Bella this entire time. No,
Bella, come
no,
on,
Charlie,
I just
no.
got you back.
Voice breaking. Why would you tell me that?
I know.
Hold on, am I recording? Okay, I'm recording. You're going to make me cry over Charlie. I am legitimately feeling tears. I don't remember how she got back and fixed all that. That sequence of events actually was really, really great. But forget them, you don't need them. 3 of them have been harassing you for the entire time you've been there. Okay. Ooh, wait, hold on. I like that. Look closely at Robert. Like, it transitioned from anger to quick realization that he's okay because he can read his mind. I just wish, man, that it's spoon-fed a little, so these moments don't just pass by. Like, okay, look at Robert Pattinson's face.
Wait.
See? I know it's a blink and you'll miss it. He realizes that Laurent is not with James. Okay, he sees him, he's furious, and then he's okay. It's not because Carlisle said wait, it's because he read his mind. Unless I'm very wrong and suddenly he says he's still furious. I don't know. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, that would have been a wasted opportunity. Also, I see that vest. I think the directors realized how powerful those abs were. Jasper! Alice! Jasper!
Can you keep your thoughts to yourself?
What do you mean, can you keep your thoughts to yourself? What was that supposed to mean?
Could you put these on so tracker will pick up from a set?
Oh, now you're asking for consent. You're asking consent now, huh? Sure, thanks. It's about a little bit late in the movie, like 1 minute and 30 seconds. 1 minute, an hour and 30 minutes. I just strongly wish that Kristen Stewart's direction was completely different. That it's not just you're a blubbering mess the entire movie. I wished that there was some sort of character progression, you know? That over time the blinking slowly stopped. Okay, I'm going to stop and I'm just going to watch them. Okay, my babies, even though it's only going to be a few seconds. Also, wasn't it in the books when Alice gets a vision, her eyes roll back or something? You know what I really wished, and I don't know if it was mentioned in the books, this entire plotline of Bella taking ballet lessons when she was a kid somehow came back, because I can see it being a potentially really good plotline where she's normally a klutz, normally very clumsy, and when she's doing ballet, she's suddenly very good at it. And she's all grace and beauty and passion and whatever. That was a wasted opportunity in my mind. And the Lord said, "Let there be light." I don't know why that's funny. She still has the pepper spray. What do you know? I wonder if there's been like little hints throughout the entire movie of her carrying the pepper spray wherever she went. Disgusting. Okay, that's just serial killer behavior. Ooh, that's a good detail. He has, I don't know if I'm seeing things. He has dirty nails from the forest, I think. And if I'm right, then he should be tracking dirt everywhere. You know what I do appreciate from Bella? But not Bella. I appreciate from Kristen Stewart. She is a good screamer. Like, she has that horror scream down. Ooh, where did that come from? Oh god. Is that an artery? Am I the only one weirded out that Kristen's screams don't match her face? I don't know, she's good at screaming. She's good at agony sounds. She's good at those anger screams as well. He fell down 2 flights of stairs. So, we're nearing the end. Is how I feel towards Edward changed? No, not really. No, actually, no. I still think he's a jerk. Charlie. Thank you. Say thank you. Give him a hug, please. Come back and give him a hug. Oh, I hate. Oh, Jacob. That's such a weird direction. I'm so sorry. What you could have done is like an over the shoulder thing, or you could have a silhouette of Jacob enter the frame, you know? Not just cut to, if I didn't accept that Forks just is surrounded by trees, I guess I'm glad I paid attention to this. But if I hadn't known, I would be so surprised about this. I know this is setting up the next movie, okay? But this is so awkward. Everything up until this point, the palette I mean, has been cold and blue, and now it's very warm, signaling to the audience that this is the good ending that you were looking for. I still no. This is not the good ending that I like. I know we're at the very end. This is going to be the last time, I swear. Please remember, this woman is 17 years old. This man is a 108-year-old. Now, I don't actually mind the age gap because at this point, it's a normal stereotypical thing that with fantasy creatures, one of them is immortal, 1,000 years older than the other one. At that point, age gap is thrown out the window. But what I don't like is that Edward is through some obligation. I'm saying he should have waited, you know? He should have waited until she has matured more, or graduated after high school, got into college or something, or even before taking college. I don't know. 17 is so young. It's not. At that point, I don't think you figured your entire life out yet. I know she's mature for her age. It's emphasized in the books, it's emphasized in the movies, but I honestly don't think that was the right thing to do. I think if they really wanted this to work out, or if Edward really truly cared about Bella, Edward should have given Bella the chance to grow, with or without him. I'm not sure. But regardless of what Bella thinks, regardless of what Bella says she wants, it's not endearing at all. This idea, presented to 13-year-olds and above, that if this fantastic guy who doesn't ask for consent usually, is always ordering you around, says that he is a monster, it's just going to wind up in, realistically, it's going to wind up in a very, very toxic relationship. Okay, this is going to be the last serious talk that we have at this point. So please, if you are in a situation like this, don't fall into the same steps that Bella did. Do not think that this is your fantasy come true. Whether it's vampires, werewolves, or whatever supernatural creature you think comes your way, this is not how they're supposed to be, at least. Is it human? No. But decency. Decency is the lowest bar you should be looking for in a relationship. So, also, you're probably wondering, why am I reacting to Edward like this when I'm fangirling over Alice and Jasper? They're very different. They're actually decent people. I'm sorry about my background, by the way. This is the only thing you'll get. I am not a fancy YouTuber. I just react because I like movies. But okay, we're almost done. We're almost done. This adventure is almost done. Just 9 more minutes to go. Never mind that you say that he is 17 years old, technically. He's still 17 years old, so he's immature as well. No! I don't like that Bella's identity is now so intertwined with Edward's presence. I wish that we saw Bella's character expand or progress without Edward. You know, figure out who she really is. Because in the end, it's almost like she is nothing without Edward. And I don't like that. I don't need the whole strong, independent woman stereotype for Bella. I just want character. You know, up until this point, there didn't seem to be any character progression at all. Other than she's slightly awkward, she's clumsy, she's a klutz, she cares for her dad, and none of that it sounds interesting at all. Everything just happens to Bella. Other than her deciding to go to James of her own accord, nothing interesting happens. That is Catherine Hardwicke. There you go. Catherine Hardwicke. Alright, I'm so sorry. I don't know any of her work. This Is Us. I think I've heard that before. She's still doing great, I think. She's currently filming Tell It Like a Woman, Don't Look Deeper, TV series, The Lost Boys. In short, she seems like a very decent director. Are these all ending credits? I don't remember any of this. Robert Pattinson, Billy Burke, Peter Facinelli, Elizabeth Reeser, Ashley Greene, okay, Anna Kendrick, Jackson Rathbone, Jose Zuniga. Okay, No, 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 I do not. Nope, 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 and nope, and nope, and nope, 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 nope. All right, that was a doozy. Thank you so much for watching this entire thing. If you have, even though it was divided into two parts, which I know that paused a lot. This was originally meant to be like a birthday gift for my best friend. We grew up together in the same high school. We studied together in the same high school. And we both witnessed the rise of Twilight and the series that followed. And I hope you enjoyed it. I'm talking to my best friend, not any of you else. Okay. No, I also hope all of you who found this video for some reason enjoyed it. I'm sorry again for how much I paused. I don't remember if I said this somewhere in the video, but if you like Twilight as like a form of entertainment, I think that's fine. It's almost the same way like you just like trash movies. I read the books, I watched all the movies. It's almost like a disaster that I can't look away from. I didn't watch them because I thought it was romantic, that I thought that it was, if anything, I think I was just more fascinated by how the relationships went and the supernatural stuff towards it. And I was definitely more, over time, I was definitely more attracted to Alice and Jasper rather than over any of the other characters. I didn't like, at the beginning of Twilight, when in the first movie, I didn't know Alice and Jasper as well as I do now. So I didn't immediately like had a crush on them or whatever. But it was around, I think, Breaking Dawn that several movies have passed. I've watched them both for that very long, and then one day I'm like, it's them. It's those two. It's them. in a real situation, Edward comes off as abusive. So please take note of that, okay? There are a lot of red flags. If anything, you could use Twilight as an educational film for things that you should watch for abusive partners. But CJ, Edward loves Bella. He would never do anything to hurt her. Sure, maybe you can justify that. But there are still some abusive people who don't think they're abusive, but they end up being so. And no matter what you do, no matter how many times you think that you can change them, that's often not the case. And it's not your responsibility to change them. It's their thing, their own thing that they have to take care of, if they want to take care of it, or if they think that it's something to take care of in the first place. What I'm saying is, I am sorry for all that I've said if you don't agree with them, but if you think it's good discourse, or if it's a good thing to have a conversation about, I'd be more than happy to talk about it in the comments, if the comment section still exists at this point. So yeah, thanks again. Thank you for your patience with all of my shit. I don't want to watch New Moon, okay? I don't want to watch the other series, okay? I've gone through it already. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know if I'll be doing another movie Monday, but I'm glad I came back to it in some way. I hope that the format is alright. This is a new mic. I don't remember when I got it, but I got it and it's really good. Camera is also new, a regular webcam, but it's 1080p, so that's okay with me. If I had a separate camera, I would have done the whole editing that I used to do back then with my Alita Battle Angel and Spider-Man reaction. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, I guess. Bye.